fraudulent fake ones. Snatch them up out the crowd and I break one. Take one shot to the head and sleep. Niggas coming up the street, mad deep on the tree. Shoot a cop down, fuck rights being read. Terrorize these streets while I'm...
G'day, welcome back. Today we have a Mercedes W style 211 shifter module, also known as a range selector module. Not the range selector itself, but it's the module, and it is the it is the 2004. I thought it was 2007. So early 2000s. A mate of mine cannot start his backup car. I think it's actually his wife's car. Didn't quite get that part off him, but I'm going off of it's his wife's car. I told him it could be a module, and if it is the module, replacing the transmission will not fix his issue, and replacing other things will not fix his issue. So today I'm going to attempt to have a look and see what's going on with this module in particular. You have the input and output signals through the cabling to the ECU and to the transmission there. That's where the suspected issue is, inside that chipboard. However, I believe back here somewhere, so not that, that's just the lock, shift lock module. This one here, I believe, I'll just pull it off and see. Yes, we do. We have the ribbons, so it could be also in them over time, vibrating and coming apart inside the sheath. So I will be testing both the input output modules, and I will also be testing whether the cabling is either detached or broken. Stay tuned, and I will bring you back when I have this one apart and am doing my testing process. For this test, you will need an ohm meter, and it's set to micro ohms. So I'll gather my tools and get back to you. Okay, welcome back, and it was a moulded unit. Well, not so much moulded, it was glued on with Victor Ryan's special contact adhesive. I have found some stuff. There's some dust. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There is some dust. There we go. There's some dust all over the place. Yeah, that needs some fresh grease there. However, see all the junk everywhere? I will be taking this apart. To do that, I'll take the E-clip off and reference where all these little pins, ports and springs and the mainspring and all that is. Slide the shaft out, because this part here is what will stop the position plate from being removed. For reference, the position is right there. I will be marking the position before removal, so it's not quite to the top on this one, and it's roughly around the middle on that one. So to do so, we have a bunch of little screws and stuff. Try not to get the VIN code. Well, partial VIN code. It's more like a part code. HW04 Delphi, so it's a 2004 Delphi 04. It's E series. Let's see, does it say E series here somewhere? No, so A 211, so HW, so it's a W211. It is the correct module. It's not encased into 04W13 transmission binder. So that's the lock plunger for the release, and how it works is it's got a tab down in there that the plunger presses on and releases it from the lock on the gear selector. Okay, so after a thorough inspection, it doesn't look too promising on that potentiometer system. However, I've inspected all the solder joints. Can you see what I see? Do you see what I see? It looks like moisture has gotten into this somehow. I'll attempt to do a repair. But it looks like most of the board is blowing. There's no break in the circuits anywhere, and I've traced them. I've traced every single one of them. But it looks like most of that bottom right corner is blown. And if I flip it over, they're all fine. They're all fine. No breaks. When you come over to here, as you can see, that's a bit suspicious. Where's the other one? Right in from this finger. If you can see it. But yeah, that one there is looking suspicious. And that corner there. I'll have a crack at repairing the solder joints, and before I even go ahead and do that, I'll test the chips. The EP-C403, the RD20, the 3PN. Any more over here? Yeah, that 3PN. Nope. So it's just the cluster chips down here. What is that? 78055. Interesting. However, as you can see, that part of the board there, I'm not too sure if that's a happy chap or not. I'll try cleaning it and see how I go. Not too good. I'll test that circuit too. I'll check back in. And there you guys have it. It's all back together. In the same order it was taken apart, except this time I've put it into the park position just to test the circuit, which is pin number 3 from the bottom on the output, and it is testing with current that it is functioning. How did I test the current? I rigged up a small wire from my battery on my car, 12 volt, to the positive supply, third one in from the top, and tested the third out from the bottom, and it is functioning. On this side, I jumpered the wire and tested the wire from the third to the second from the bottom and tested the second from the top, and it's all within spec. So those screws there hold in the low range selector position sensor. It's clipped into the back here. The top one there is for the 2-pin one is for the detent to unlock it from the park position. Without that detent unlocked, when you go from park, you can't get it out of park. So with the detent unlocked, you can. Cleaned it all out as good as I could. I resoldered. There was, as shown in the video, there was a couple of little modules on the board that had corroded, so I resoldered them back together, which regained the continuity to the pins. However, in saying that, what caused the corrosion or detachment from the board may be due to age, wear and tear, or it could also be due to some other electrical fault. I'll be notifying my mate that it is ready, and I will be notifying him that what I had found may be caused by some other system in the car. Alright, that's the conclusion of the W211. Yep, W211 0.5 E-Series Mercedes 2004 range selector. And no, it's not on the transmission, it's within the module. Alright, have a nice day guys, and yeah, bit of a different one for today. Either today or tomorrow I will be doing a tune-up on the four-wheel drive finally. Maybe stay tuned for that. Alright, until then, take it easy.